What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a really weird episode of Monsterbass Live. We are going solo today. It's a solo mission. Chris isn't here. Fix isn't here. Rafi isn't here. It's just you and me.
You're not live.
What do you mean? It says I'm live.
You're not being broadcast unless it's a delay. Hold on.
All right. Well, now you're making me. Don't talk to me, Rafi.
You're live now.
God, Rafi, you messed up the whole first part. See, this is why I just got to trust myself and go with this. Oh, all right. So we got a crazy show for you today. Fix and the family are all out sick. Now, if you guys know Fix, he is probably having a conversation with Odin right now about some kind of pagan ritual that will help heal his family. Chris is making socks. Rafi is right here on the other side of the room, and he's working on something. And, of course, I can hear him. And so when he tells me no, I immediately respond, and I shouldn't. We have an interesting show for you today because Fix isn't here, and we can't man the control channel, so it's just you, me, and a handful of people. So before we get started, let's see here. I just want to take a look and see who's here because I know it's only a few of you. Big Peppo, Caro, All in Outdoors.
I love it when you call me Big Peppo.
Yeah. Mongo. Marty Lawson's back. Marty the Party's back. Gabe. I see Gabe. All right, we got a few people. We got Cotton here. Whew, it's been an interesting day, you know. It's an interesting day. So I have this homework assignment that I need to work on, and it's all about coming up with my commitments. And I've got this big one hanging over my head. Maybe you guys can help me. I'm in a relationship with this girl, and she's a little bit younger than me. And you know, if this relationship runs its course, there's going to be a decision point to be made, and that's, is Rick going to have babies or not? Now, if I could man the chat and ask you guys questions, I would ask you guys right now for a whole bunch of questions. But I'm going to push it on to you guys in the chat. I'm a 55-year-old man that loves kids. Don't get me wrong. I'm purpose built for kids. I love them. Oh my God. If I had 10 of them running around, it'd be great.
How old's your girlfriend?
My girlfriend is 33. Wow. Was that a question in the chat?
I'm putting a poll together.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So, you know, obviously I've got to be honest. I got to be fair. And I've got to figure this out because the last thing I want to do is string her along and waste her time and waste my time. I mean, I feel like I feel really young right now, but I also don't want to end up being the grandfather in the pictures. You know what I mean? In like 16 years, this pretty face may not look the same. I mean, already I look at myself from a few years ago and I think to myself, oh my God, what is going on here? I got my hunting beard. I'm getting ready for hunting season. Is that my way of digressing? I kind of wish we had the phone lines open so I could bring them on and I could bring you all on and ask me questions. And Big Peppo, 1 year. I've been together 1 year. The gold news will be taken away from raising another family. New fishing. I know. You're as young as you feel. Kiss your freedom goodbye. Whatever. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, listen. I'm pretty I pretty much get to do whatever I want. No fishing for Rick now. Okay. Should Rick have a baby with his girlfriend? Uh-oh, yes. No. Oh, it's a 50-50. This is a tough one. You know, I'm leaving this to the Monster Bass community if I should have a baby or not.
9 months from now, if you answer yes,
Yeah.
I'm holding the baby up.
Yeah. Go get it. Wow, guys. Wow. I mean, listen, Fix, you might have already turned in your commitments, but I'm still a little behind. I've been working all day. I'm not home playing hooky and praying to Odin. I'm trying to figure out my commitments because they're going to affect the community, right? Either it's me and I get a chance to go fishing, which we're going to talk about in a little bit because I'm going in September. I'm going to Minnesota. Very excited about this. So thank you, T-Rex. He says that my 32-year-old girlfriend is hot. I certainly hope so, T-Rex. She's 33. I'm 55. So if I'm pulling outside my pay grade, good for me.
We have 22 votes, Rick.
Yeah.
Am I calling it?
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
All right.
22 votes. Oh, no. 54% said no.
54% said no.
God, if Ashley, this is the week that Ashley will start watching. All right. So, punching above my weight class seems to be a trend around here. All right. So, couple things. Since we will have this abbreviated version of Monster Bass, I do want to ask you guys because I've been thinking a lot about this subscription. You know, we built a loyalty program for you guys. And the one thing that I hear always from the 1 month subscribers is, you know, oh, you only reward the annual subscribers. And, you know, there's a yes and a no, right? Like an annual subscriber pays all up front. And as a result, they get shipping for free 11 months out of the year. But they got to pay me up front. Whereas the monthly subscriber, you know, you guys pay me on a monthly basis. I appreciate it and I understand. Listen, I understand that you know, sometimes budgets are tight. So I'm toying with this idea of coming, you know, Rafi coined the phrase the season's pass. And so what I'm thinking about doing is coming up with a season's pass for Monster Bass. And with that comes you pay monthly. And throughout your year, I'm going to send you free gifts. And every other month during the year. And it's going to range from a free jackhammer brought to you by Z-Man, a free tackle tray brought to you by, I don't know, Monster Bass or Plano, a free rod, a free reel, a free, let me just take a look. I'll tell you what it is. It is a free jackhammer in month 2, a free face shield in month 3, Monster Bass 37 in month 4. Month 6, you get free rod covers. Month 7, you get another 3,700. Month 10, you get a free reel. Month 12, you get a free rod. All in all, you're getting about $295 worth of free gifts as part of your Monster Bass subscription. So my question to you in the chat is, if you have a subscription, does that make you stay longer because you're interested in all those free gifts? Or 2, if you don't have a subscription, does that make you want to join? The fact that you're going to get the monthly box plus you're going to get a free gift every single time. I would love to know. I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm listening. And don't think I didn't see that comment about me having babies with Fix's wife.
I pinned it.
Oh, that's funny. Sounds cool to me, yo. Okay.
Oh, T-Rex.
What did T-Rex do?
T-Rex with like your worst fear. Let me ask you this, Rick. Do you want to be the 73-year-old man in a walker watching your kid graduate from high school?
All right, T-Rex, it's a real question. Yeah, I get it. I can tell you this. I won't be in a walker at 73. But yeah, do I want to be the old guy that is hanging out with all the younger guys and they're looking at me like, oh, look at the old dude? No, I don't. So, I don't know what to tell you. Elizabeth Z, this is a complex question. I wasn't blown away by the Florida. Don't know what that means. Just want it to be tight every month, not interested in the free. Here's the challenge, Elizabeth. I hear you. You're not wrong. I want it to be tight every month, but it's impossible. It's impossible because I can't send one box to Florida that everybody's going to love. I can't send one box to anyone that anyone's going to love. In fact, I can send out the Z-Man or a Strike King takeover that has their best baits and somebody will not be happy with it. It's an impossible challenge. And so the best that I can do is try to make sure I give you guys a good mix of baits and again, this is a double-edged sword. I got to give you a good mix of baits from brands that you know. I have to include the Strike Kings and the Z-Mans of the world. If I don't, you guys are going to tell me that it's garbage. I want to include baits from brands that most people haven't heard of, like the Razor Customs of the world, because I do think that supporting like small regional players that are popular and getting better is important. And then I also think it's important to give back to small businesses and support those, like the one-man shops like Bo's Jigs. The guy creates a jig that's as good as any Strike King jig. He hand ties the jigs. He uses quality mustad hooks. He uses really quality material in his skirt. So like, again, in my pursuit of giving a box that's well-rounded, I'm going to make somebody unhappy. So,
Elizabeth was good.
Yeah.
Your response.
So.
And then Cisco asked, "Is she the one?"
Well, yeah. Let's assume she's the one. If she's the one, it doesn't matter though. It still matters that I'm at an age where, I have to think about the fact that, let's say I'm 55, I get married when I'm 57. I want to be married a year and enjoy being married before I have a kid. So let's say I'm married at 57. I get her pregnant at 58. I become a parent at 59, 60. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you just answered your own question.
What do you mean I answered my own question, Rafi?
You'd be 78 years old when that kid is 18.
I know.
How old is your father when he passed away?
My father was close to 80.
Okay, 78.
Yeah.
It's close to 80.
Yeah. I would say we can let God sort it out. But Lone Star just told me that it's a hard pass. I don't know.
Why is there a commercial on this live?
What do you mean there's a commercial in this live? I would say put a no-name company in there, a small business person each month to highlight them. That's what I'm trying to do, Cotton.
Teach a kid to drive at 76.
All right. I think Chris Hawley may have just decided for me. You might be right. How am I going to teach my kid to drive at 76 years old? Oh, man. I never thought about that, Chris Farley. Never thought about that. Oh, my God. I mean, on a lighter note,
Maximus's kid is going to have an uncle that's 3 years older than him.
oh, my God. There's a lot of play here, people. I need your help. The future of Monsterbass needs your help. On a side note, oh, Jeremy Hickman. I love the fact you send baits I probably wouldn't buy. After using them, I get hooked. Example, V&M RC Craw from the box. I wouldn't have tried it, but now it's my go-to wobblehead bait. Again, see, I think that's a really good point too, right? Because we're creatures of habit. I guarantee Gramps, and he's not on here, but I guarantee Gramps never fishes a grande bass bait. But we sent him some, and it turned into like his all-time go-to favorite bait. So I think that like keeping an open mind is really important, because we can sit here and talk about overstock and discontinued and ollies. Like, look, I can go to Ollie's and find jackhammers. Why? Because certain colors, they ordered so many of them that they're overstocked. What can you do? You can go there, and you can go to an Ollie's at any given time and find Strike King, Lucky Craft, on and on and on. So I don't want to hear anyone talk about like, you know, this is an overstocked bin box. Like, and that drives me crazy. Burley Hype Man makes a good point. Both mine and the baby's food would be the same at some point. Personally, I would like to see spinnerbaits and jigs 1/2 instead of 3/8. Really, you haven't seen the 1/2 ounce spinnerbait. Maybe you just didn't get one. I can tell you that I've got a 1/4 spinnerbait coming and a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait coming. I can tell you that from a jig perspective, I just ordered some. Hold on. I'm checking right now for you. From a jig perspective, I've got some missile jigs coming from Ike. I've got some 3/4 ounce flipping jigs, and I've got some smaller headbanger jigs. So yeah, I'm mixing it all up. I've heard the comment. I promise you, I've heard the comment about 3/8. I've heard that, and I'm making sure that you guys get. I'm making sure you guys get different sizes. I would agree with you. I went back and I looked at it because I take all your feedback to heart, and I went back and I noticed that like predominantly 3/8 was the size that we sent a lot of. So my apologies. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do you one better than that. I think I have a bunch of 1/2 ounce blade burner spinner baits that I have not put out there. I'll add them to the box. I need that. Rafi, can we ask that to the question?
Yeah, what's the question?
Would they like me to add a 1/2 ounce spinner bait to the October box? If the answer is yes, I'll do it. Shallow versus deep, grass versus hard bottom, etc. type boxes. Fishing the Lone Star, one of the things I'm toying with is a hard bait box versus a soft bait box. So that if someone all they care about soft plastics, all right, fine, maybe you get 8 packs of soft plastics or something. I don't know what the number is, but like maybe that's the type of thing where you can pick and you can switch. So this month you get soft plastics, next month you get hard baits. I don't know. I just feel like it would be great to Burley Hype Man, scatter shads. God, can I tell you guys the true story? So I called up all of the competitors, the outside of Mystery Tackle Box, the Bait Finder Bass Box, Warriors Tackle Box, all of the Simple Fishing. I don't know who else there is. And I told them, I said, listen, this is your part-time job. This is my full-time job. I said, why don't, when you get home from work, the last thing you want to do is tell the wife and kids you got to go work on your side hustle so you can buy baits. I said, I've got baits. I'll sell them to you. And I just want you guys to know that that's how I got rid of all the scatter shads. I sold them to all the competitor boxes. Listen, they wanted baits. I gave them the option to say no. They said yes. So I feel like I did a good thing for the Monster Bass community by jettisoning all of the scatter shads that I could. Maybe the worst bait in the history of man. Worse than the fat bastard frog. Worse. All day long. All day long. Yeah, Bass Finder used to have a subscription. It was a 15-year-old kid, and he used to tell me, well, I got to talk to my CFO. I'm like, go talk to your dad and find out how much allowance you can have. Yeah. I'd be happy to see one less bait in the box, but a higher end bait in the box, even if only once a year. I love that idea. I personally would like to not throw hooks in it anymore and take the extra 50 cents and put it towards baits. I don't, I just feel like if I could take 50 cents and put it towards the home run in the box, like, it goes a long way. It goes a long way, but I'd like to have a show where we talk about like what goes into how we build the box. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with a West Coast group. So I'm going to take the guys like Mr. Wishing I Was Fishing and some of the others, and I'll be sending them all the baits ahead of time. And we're going to go through the 10, 15 baits that we're considering, and we'll talk about it. And then I'll show you how we go about budgeting it all in, because it's, from a soft plastic perspective, all the baits, all soft plastics are about the same. But hard baits vary. Hard baits vary because of things like this. Take a Yozuri bait. Yozuri is owned by a Japanese company, even though they might make their baits in China like everyone else. Because of the Japanese mentality, they think their baits are worth more. So they won't sell them to you at the price that you want. So getting Yozuri in the box costs almost double what another hard bait would cost, even though it's got the same MSRP. I had a conversation with a brand. They manufacture for about 25 brands. They're in Tackle Warehouse, and some of them are JDM. And he said, Rick, everyone's getting so scammed. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to tell you brands because that would just be ruining confidentiality. He's like, Rick, we manufacture in China and we ship them. We ship the baits in a box and we ship the packing material separate. They package them in Japan and sell them to you because it's assembled and packaged in Japan. They can then say it's manufactured in Japan. Can you believe that crap? Such a scam. Such a scam. And everyone's worried. Like, listen, I don't know who, we're not getting into politics, but everybody is panicking right now about how they're going to get stuff across the border so that they're not shipping from China, because if they say they're shipping from China and Trump gets in, obviously we're screwed. I'm saying we're screwed in that the price of fishing tackle will go up because he'll raise the tariffs. I'm not saying we're screwed if Trump gets in. I have no opinion, and I'm just putting that out there. So moving on. We are all guided in the direction we are meant to go. Not all roads will be smooth going, and we shouldn't foresee any attempt to evade those bumpy roads. My 2 cents. I agree. I love when you can bring an iconic bait for a limited run. Also, I know it's near impossible. So, like when we brought back the hail, we did a Bassmaster Classic winning box where every bait in the box won the classic. And we brought back the hail crawworm, like literally out of retirement. Are you talking about that type of thing? Because that is harder. Because here's the problem. If the bait was selling, most brands will either sunset a bait because they want to shelve it because it's not selling and they want to bring it back, or it's not selling and they just want it to go away. But they keep all of them, all the molds and everything. So we could do that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. All right. Next, moving on to my next little topic at hand. You guys like these baits? because Whopper Ploppers are back in September. I called them up. I said, I will, no, normally what I like to do is I like to get 6 colors, and I will, that way I can break them up and pick the right color for the right region. And I said, I'd be willing to take, up to 12 different colors this time if you guys give me enough Whopper Ploppers. And, lo and behold, it took like 8 months to get them. But the September box will have Whopper Ploppers. We haven't had them in the box in a couple years, and I get asked for them all the time. So yes, you will see Whopper Ploppers in every box in September, and I hope that makes you guys happy, because I could probably get more emails about the Whopper Plopper than anyone else. Buzzbaits, Jeremy Hickman. So I am working with Ray at Razor Custom Tackle. Now, again, we got to keep in mind, like, if I order like 5,000 of these or even more, like, this poor man's got to make every single one of them. And yeah, it's crazy. The Burley Hype Man. A popular jigging minnow set up in the box for the forward-facing guys. So when I think of a forward-facing bait, I think of, a minnow, a fluke, a soft jerk bait, that shape of bait. We are playing with one from Grande Bass right now to see if we want to bring it. So we may have that in an upcoming box. In the next 2 weeks, I'm going to announce this acquisition that we've made, and show you guys some sick tungsten products. I've got a
Sick tungsten, bro.
Yeah, sick tungsten. That you guys. I've got a spy bait coming from Bucket Mouth. It is a. I wouldn't say it's like a traditional spy bait where it's like a jerk bait with 2 props. It's more like a lipless with 2 props. I've thrown it in the pool. It looks really good. I've seen the paint schemes. We're only able to get 8 of them, or 6 patterns in this. So that would be that'll be coming up. We've got a small. Oh, I'm super excited to tell you guys about this. The Square Banger. So you guys know in the early part of this year, we released the Square Banger, which is our new square bill, and I know it was a bigger profile. We've got the Little Banger coming out in the fall, and it's going to come in 4 custom patterns that were painted by Debo, and his signature will be across the top. You will all receive one in the box, and then you'll have the option to purchase the other 3 at the store. And Debo will benefit from those. We're going to, from our side, we're going to donate some of the proceeds to Monsterbass Cares, so that Marty Lawson can continue to do really great things. And then, of course, we want to help Debo. Debo's been a big member of our community, and he was kind enough to give us 4 custom patterns. I think I have the patterns here. I can tell you. Crackle Bluegill, Tequila Sunrise, Fire Tiger, and I don't know, something else. So so you guys are going to get some between now and the end of the year. We got some really exciting stuff. I've got some bucktail jigs from Spro. We got some missile baits. Some new stuff from Monsterbass. We've got some tungsten from a brand that I'm going to tell you guys all about. The Late Life Banger. I mean, you guys are rough. I'll tell you what. I'm going to need, maybe I'll make one.
That was amazing, by the way.
Yeah. Carol, maybe I'll just have one of the colors called the Midlife Crisis or the Late Life Crisis. So I'm going to need more thumbs up than this.
Banger.
Yeah, I got 26 thumbs up. I would like some more. The ARP Banger. Oh my God, this is a handful of nonsense here. Handful. But, you know, here's what I'd like to know in the chat. The life alert banger. We can go all day long with these baits.
I don't think we're talking about baits anymore.
Yeah, the Debo Dink banger. Yeah. All right. I would like to know in the chat, tell me the brand and the name of the bait that you'd love to see in the box. I want you to keep in mind two things. I want to stay true to brands that you know, brands that have regional cult-like followings like the Razor Customs, and then the small guys that you just haven't heard of that I think make good products. I mean, there's 10,000 jig makers in the country, and they all make hand-tied skirts. They all buy them at the same place. They all make the jig heads at the same place. And so if someone tells me that it's garbage, there better be a really good reason why, because if we can't support small business, like, how do these guys stand a chance of ever getting into Tackle Warehouse? You know? So let's see. Grande Bass rattlesnakes. Didn't we put those in the box?
We airtail rather.
Oh, we haven't put the rattlesnake in. All right, we can get the rattles. We can get a rattlesnake. Speaking of Grande Bass, I said I wasn't going to talk about him, Rafi, but
Yeah, what's going on here?
But Rafi got a phone call from a guy that I kid you not, asked if he could purchase 2,000 Snakos in the same color.
4,000.
4,000 Snakos in the same color. And immediately I'm like, all right, where's this guy selling them? He's going to be selling them on Amazon and eBay. He's like, nope. He goes, I am a tournament angler. Where is he based out of?
Texas. He's on the Texas Trail.
He's on the Texas Trail, and he swears by him. He doesn't want anyone to know, so I'm not going to tell you the color, but we're going to make a color that we currently don't make the bait in, and we're going to sell this guy 4,000 bulk baits because he's like, I just want to have them. I want them all to myself. And I told him, like, the minimum is more than 4,000. I said, so I would need to purchase these, add to it, and put it in the monster.
You told him, but I got the call.
All right, Rafi told him. Sorry, we're gonna have to put all the extras in the Monsterbass box. So you guys are gonna get this color that this guy swears by. And then we talked to another guy who's a guide up in Mille Lacs.
Yeah, Mille Lacs.
Yeah, and he's like, he goes, I want you guys to know you have a bait that is a smallmouth killer, and it's all we use up here. And my guide service is better than everyone else's because we fish this Grande Bass bait. And I shit you not. Beep. When we bought the company, the previous owner was like, one of these baits is a smallmouth. Like, it's so good. He goes, most people will never use it. And sure enough, this guy calls up and he tells us the same thing. So I was like, damn, we're onto something here. So anyways, nobody is telling me baits that they want. So I guess all you guys want to do is talk about my baby mama. Oh, wait, I mean, the potential of a baby mama here late in life. And I want you guys to all know, I went to visit my mom a couple weeks ago, and I was telling my aunt about my girlfriend, and she's like, and then I told her, she's like, so what's the problem? I said, there's no problem. I said, although she wants to have babies, and the look on her face was like, yeah, that's as far as it went. The baby mama banger. Oh, dear God. If she's watching this, I'm in so much trouble. Although I did just take her to see, I took her to see a concert at SoFi Stadium. It was Def Leppard, Journey, and Steve Miller. And I realized halfway through, I'm texting we have a family chat with my son, my ex-wife, and her husband on it, and we were all laughing at the fact that every song that I was singing at the concert came out after she was born. Good times. Listen, I have a great time with her. She's amazing, and She treats me amazing. I treat her amazing. It just works. It just works. Steve Clark's old guitar pin. Let me tell you, Steve Clark, that guy. Wait, Steve Clark, he's the guy with the long blonde curly hair, right? Or is that Rick Savage? Anyway.
Rick Savage has the straight hair.
No. And you should have seen the blue and silver like suit from the 80s that guy was rocking. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Not true, Lone Star.
What did Lone Star say?
He said, true story, Arkansas School for the Deaf, their mascot is the leopards. It can't be true.
All right. Concerts. Has anyone gone to the Hog Farmer? Great trailers for chatterbaits. We had Hog Farmer in the box a few years ago. I remember people really liking that bait. I think it was, it looks like a minnow, right? And it's got a really thin tail. We could go after that. Def Leppard still sound the best. Def Leppard still sounds great. I mean, the lead singer is showing his age a little bit, but they still sound amazing. Journey, I'll be honest, I've seen them twice with the Steve Perry replacement. Let's be clear. Nobody can replace Steve Perry. That man definitely goes on the Mount Rushmore of voices. The first time I saw him, he was great. This time, like, you know how like Axl Rose like chop songs and he doesn't really sing through? Well, that's what he did on Faithfully. And I was just like, that's not a song you can mess around with. Like, you've gotta sing that one. That's
why?
Because
why did they do that for Faithfully?
Because that's a classic song. You can't chop.
Why can't you do it? Why was he unable to do it for Faithfully?
I don't know. Because he's old.
Oh.
Yes, Ariel Pennell is his name. Very good, Burley Hype Man. We should have gone to this concert together. I was rocking out. You can see me singing on my Instagram page. Buzz Toad. I like that one. Ooh, actually, when I was at SoFi, I saw that Rob Halford and Judas is coming. Probably not my thing, but.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Nah, not anymore. I'm more of an Iron Maiden than Judas Priest kind of guy.
Dude, Iron Maiden tickets are $800.
Yeah, Iron Maiden's
too much.
Iron Maiden's insane.
Milo wants to go to Iron Maiden. I was like looking at it. It's like
I will go to Iron Maiden with Milo, and we will score tickets like 10 minutes before. That's the play.
I'm saying is the plan is we just show up and go.
Yeah. Congratulations to Brandon Wheaton. He just got back from one of his best weeks of fishing. Catches every day, and a 4.5 largie on the first and a 5 on the last. Congratulations to you. Let's see. What other baits? Biz Baits, Blackout, Double Colorado Spinnerbait. Listen, I'm going to have Brian on the show, and again, highlighting a small business. I would love to have Biz Baits in the box. I have tried relentlessly for 5 years, and he's afraid to pull the trigger. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I think he's just trying to figure out how to, as a small business, produce the baits and give them to us for the box. I think if he saw that the benefit and the fact that, you know, you have thousands of people that have never thrown Biz Baits, they'd be like, they would benefit from it all day long. The Berkeley Money Badger. Ripping Lips with Marty Lawson. Here's the thing about Berkeley. I need to choose my words carefully. Berkeley, rather than selling the baits to get marketing value, they would rather sell them below cost to liquidators who then turn around and resell it. It's the dumbest thing. And they just don't seem to get the fact that you get, if they just tried the marketing route, it would go much farther. Daniel Nussbaum at Z-Man might be the smartest CEO in the business. He gets it. He gets it. There's a reason why you all got a jackhammer last year. Because he knows that most people aren't going to spend $15.99 on a chatterbait. But if he gives you one and you go out and you feel the difference and you see the difference, you're more likely then to go buy more. He's 100% right. Like, who's going to just go drop $15.99 on a chatterbait? I know some of you are like, yes, I would. But the majority of the market is not doing that. But if he gets them into 10,000 people's hands, he knows. Daniel Nussbaum is a smart guy. Super smart guy. Super smart businessman. I'm sorry, T-Rex, that you had to see Kiss 12 times. Got a text saying next month's Platinum box will be 20 and 3 hard baits for $8.99. I think come to find out it was the Platinum West, not the East Coast. Toby, no. Actually, what it was you could get in on a special to get this month's box along with 3 bonus baits, and we were going to hook you up. So the way that we work is if you buy from the first to the last day of the month, you're getting that month's box. So if you signed up, you're getting the August box, but you're guaranteed then to get the September box because we have been selling out. And so the only way to guarantee like you're getting next month's box that has Whopper Ploppers is if you have the August box. And that's just the way that I like to do it. So, so there you go. I got to be honest. Every time I see Slayer of Tears, I keep seeing Tears for Fears. It just shows up in my head. Castaic 5-inch jerky J swims. You need to make them. Lone Star, you're not wrong. There's a brand that I'm not sure what's going to happen to them. It's interesting on soft plastics. Like, why can't, I mean, I suppose you can take the bait and just copy it and make some changes. But if that were the case, why wouldn't have someone already done that with the Castaic Jerky J? Because when I think of Castaic, like back in the day, they made great swim baits. And then they sold twice, and they just lived and died by the Castaic Jerky J. I mean, they're kind of a one bait brand. But that being said, why not just take the Jerky J and just like knock it off and make a few cosmetic changes? I don't know. Yamamoto, Yamatanuki, or Senko. Yeah, all is outdoors. I'll be honest. I don't know if it's just me. I'd love to know what you guys think. But since GSM bought Yamamoto, the formula has changed. It's not the same Senko that it once used to be. And I think, listen, let's face it. You know, GSM got bought by a firm. They recently just sold to Pinnacle. And once these firms get in, everything becomes about the balance sheet. And if they can save a nickel here, a quarter here, a dime, 2 cents, they're going to do it. And so I think you're going to see a lot of those baits start to change formulas. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Let's see. Never seen a 5-inch swim bait like it. You're not wrong. They were hand painted, but they were also, just so you know, I know a couple firms that were making them for them, and they stopped making them because the hand painted the way that they have to do it was really toxic, and so they stopped doing it that way. Cisco, Lake Fork, yeah, I'm talking with them. I think you'll see them in the box. We're working on getting some of their baits because I think that they want to, you know, they're under new ownership as well, and so they're trying to get the word out, and they realize that we can do that. Let's see. You've never gotten tubes in the box before. Lincoln Furlunkers, you're not wrong. I've put tubes in the box in 5 years twice. I can send them to the Northeast. I can send them to the Great Lakes. Anywhere else, everyone complains. Everyone complains. So tubes, I tend to stay away. But I should buy some. Mismo makes some really good tubes, I think. But that's just my opinion. All right, do me a favor, everyone right now. Go hit the thumbs up for me. Show me a little bit of love just so I can see that number go up. That would be really helpful. I'd love to see us hit at least 50 right now and go from there. Silk baits. I don't know them. Here's the challenge with a lot of these brands. I can call them all, and they either see it as one of two things. They either see it as they don't want to sell them to me because they're not making money, and they don't understand the value of the marketing that's provided. And the other thing is a lot of them just can't produce the quantity that we want because I know we look at, I think what's happened is social media has really made it so you think brands are really big when the reality is that they're not. And for them to produce 5,000 baits is next to impossible.
Lone Star is not your friend.
So I'm not sure how to take this anywhere. Lone Star wants me to get my tubes tied. You know, that's the other thing I could do. I'd like to take a vote on this one too. Maybe what I do is I go have a vasectomy, but I don't say anything. And then I can't seem to get her pregnant. I try a lot. I try really hard, but I just can't do it because of my age. Maybe that's the route. Because, you know, deception is always really good in relationships. Oh, I know another brand coming. Here's a brand I guarantee none of you guys have heard of. There's a brand called 5150 Plastics. They're out of Arizona. AJ Gore from Cast King, give it away, AJ, introduced them to me at a classic one year. It was the same classic that I met T-Rex at. And their baits have so much garlic in it that you open the bag and it felt like I fell into an oil slick of garlic. I think I might have given them to T-Rex, if memory serves me correct. But anyway, 5150 Plastics is going to be in the box. I'm really excited because I've been working on them for the longest time. So I'm excited to see them. I'll be honest, I kind of miss having Rafi on screen and Chris on screen and Fix here. It's a lot easier to, like, you know, see some transit. Oh, wait, I skipped some ads. Ads will run shortly for some viewers.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I tell you, there's been ads running.
Really? Guys, I want you to know I'm sorry for these ads. I didn't set this up. It's all Fix's fault. So,
No one's going to like this poll.
just received my first box. Love everything, especially the live target. Yes, I can't wait to see the September box. Karen Oso Toves, if I pronounce it right, welcome. Normally we have a much different show with a live call-in number, and we're talking about something, but Fix and the family are sick, so we can't run the show the way we'd normally like to. So, what?
I'm going to get killed for this ball.
Do you guys miss Rafi and Chris on screen? Yes, bring my boys back. See, there you go. We just opened our distribution center with that Thunderhawk. We'll be having a Texas-sized party, tailgating in the lot and the weigh-in. Bring everyone. Mike Dove, you get me the information for that, and I will make sure that everyone in Texas gets that emailed to them so that we can help support that. Thunderhawk is a brand that you guys have seen. We've had it in the box a few times, and we're hoping to work with them in the future. You know, hopefully without giving it all away, but hopefully we can work with Mike and design some baits for an upcoming box, and bring you guys something a little bit special. So, yeah, we talked a little bit about fishing in Minnesota in September. And so I guess since Mike's here, I can tell you guys that I'm working on I got a phone call tomorrow with Sam Moore, and since Sam's already there, he can accompany me and film for 3 days. And I can go fishing. Unless somebody here in the chat is going to be in Minnesota in September and you guys want to come with me. We're going to test a whole bunch of Thunderhawk stuff. We're going to bring some of the Monsterbass and Grande Bass baits.
I got a guide for you.
No, I don't. It's not a Mille Lacs. It's a few hours away. Yeah. So I'm excited to do that and get create some content and meet some new people. So no more Rick, more Rick. Wow. Bring the boys back. See, there you go. When, Mongo, when? I am going in October. Hold on. I'll tell you right now, the Writers' Conference is October 24th. So, Mongo. Oh, wait, sorry. October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Garrison's Resort in Shevlin, Minnesota. If you want to learn more about where we're going, garrisonresort.us. It's going to be great. And Mongo, if you want to go, Debo's going. So if you want to roll up there with me, you could roll up there and we could do some fishing. Fishing and filming. That's what I like to call it. See, I got to get all that out of the way before, in case, the baby comes. I guess there's an order of operation there first before the baby. Are you able to go
a smashler party before
yeah.
you have the baby?
Yeah. Maybe some hula grubs. Hula grubs are good. A bait that I haven't seen in a long time is Z-Man boar hog. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on the Z-Man boar hog, but I was just able to work with Daniel on some of those. Also, some Z-Man sling blades with the Indiana and Colorado. I've never put an Indiana bladed spinnerbait in the box, and I think that this is one that we're going to put in there. What else? Yes, X-Zone has new stuff, and I am in talks with Jim about some of those. That would be exciting. Matt Brown Fishing, you can come. You just got to get yourself up to Minnesota. So if you want to come, Matt Brown, you are more than invited. It's Minnesota. I'll show up with. Listen, Mike Dove has offered me a cabin, and so if you guys want to come up there, we'll pack us into the cabin. We'll do some fishing, some filming, and we'll sit by the fire. We'll have some cocktails, and we'll have a pretty good time. So, could be a moot point if I don't have strong swimmers. Listen. No, Texas Huntsman. It's not too late in the season. It's still pretty good for fall fishing then. Beginning of October, solid. We're gonna have a good time. What if we all show up? If we all show up, then it's gonna be one hell of a party, guys. Come on. So, and I take offense, Matt Brown. You called me a jerk. Boy. Rafi, should I take a Grande Bass sticker too? Yeah. I'll cook and clean. Elizabeth, you're down. You're down. I like it. So, like I said, guys, for those of you that are texting me or asking me about the Thunderhawk meetup in Texas, I will get all the details to the Dallas meetup, and I will make sure you guys all have access to it. I'll get you all the details so that you guys can show up, show some support, and we can go from there. Yeah, I understand, guys. It is a little bit weird. It is a little bit weird. Truth. American Express just sent me a $300 gift card.
What do we get?
We're going to get a bottle of 18-year-old Whistle Pig. They sent me, or 15. They sent me $300. So immediately I said, let's just go buy the most expensive bottle of whiskey we can get for $300. So there you have it. I'll tell you what. Maybe I should just call somebody randomly.
Do we have the phone lines open? Or are you gonna
I'll just hold my phone up to it. If you want me to give you a call right now on my cell and we'll put you live, we'll just hold the phone up old school style. Put your phone number in the chat and I'll call you. And I'm not going to call someone that I already have their number. So, Matt Brown, don't give me your phone number. Or T-Rex. Or Lone Star since he told me I should get my tubes tied. Yeah, we could. I'd like to call somebody that another commercial. Guys, I am sorry. I didn't set this up. I have no idea how this is working. We all know who screwed up, and that's Fix. Fix is trying to make money. I don't know. I can't tell if we should. See, you lost me. Snowing. No snowing. I don't like snow. 727. I'm easy. Have you guys ever called the Daryl Hall and John Oates hotline?
No. Shall we?
Yeah, here, I'll call it right now. It's the funniest thing ever. You guys ready for this? This might be the funniest thing ever. This is like a number that's been around forever. 260ATES. All right, you guys ready for this?
Welcome to Common Notes, your emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear Rich Girl, please press 2. To hear Manita, please press 3. To hear Privatize, please press.
Isn't that the craziest thing? There's a nationwide Hall and Oates hotline, and you call it.
That's kind of nuts.
Isn't that crazy? She only come out at night. Insane.
Tommy Two-Tone.
Yeah.
Let's call Tommy Two-Tone.
867-5309.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, in case anyone wants the number, it is I'll copy it. You can just hand it out to people. It's pretty funny. Here you go. Yeah, it's nuts. Well, folks, I'm going to leave everyone with a question. Actually, I've got a couple questions. Besides the fact that next month we're gonna have, I'm gonna break down the box for you right now.
We can call it looking for lunkers.
We could.
Would you like to?
Hold on. All right, next month's box will have, well, I can tell you my region. My region's going to have a River to Sea Whopper Plopper, a limited edition color. Actually, no, only 1,000 people. I only got 1,000, but there's a Hendrix Fishing Voodoo Frog. There is a bait from Arc. It's a top water. It's one of 2 different types. I've got 1,000. Oh, no, I don't. I've got 100 limited edition colors of a Ragnar that's going to go out. We've got a soft plastic from Z-Man. We've got a soft plastic from a new brand called Bass Smooch. It's a Hank Cherry design soft plastic out of the East Coast. We've got some offset hooks that match up with those baits. That's one of the versions. All in all, I think the box retails for $54. So I don't know. Oh, did you step on my dog?
Yeah, I missed it.
Oh my God! Who's this?
Jason, son.
Mm,
Looking for lunkers, if you want to call it.
that's him.
Yeah.
All right. He is a good. Yeah, Texas Huntsman. He is a good dude. I'm trying to help him, hoping to help him make some hard baits. Let's make one phone call.
What's up?
Who is this?
This is looking for lunkers.
God, that's that voice.
They're the best guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Well, you know, we got this little Monsterbass live thing going on right now, and so we thought we'd give you a call. So, I got a question for you. All right. So you called me up and asked me if I had or you didn't call me. I saw a post or something, and you're asking me if we've got a GoPro laying around so you can make some content.
Yeah.
Why do you want to make content? Aren't you already making content?
Well, I am, but I use my cell phone, and it's problematic trying to use a cell phone on testy or find a spot on the boat to set it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do.
No, I don't, because my big challenge is trying to decide whether or not I should have a baby at 55.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think your decision's a little bit more, a little more difficult than mine.
yeah. All right. So you get what is having the GoPro going to allow you to do?
Well, there's honestly, I've never used one, so I couldn't tell you with 100%. But I know it's a lot smaller profile, so it'll not jiggle around, and the video quality should be better. I'm not sure how the audio quality is on them. I've heard mixed reviews on that.
Here's
I don't know. I mean, it's all an experiment for me.
All right. Here's my suggestion.
Right.
I think you should talk to someone in the community that's got a GoPro. I don't know who, because I don't have one. And find out what the pros and cons are, because not only do you need the camera, but then you got to have the video card for storage. You got to learn the software, I think, and all this other stuff. So it may or may not be for you. I would find out what the pros and cons are. And if you determine that afterwards, after talking to whoever, that you think you can learn the software and you got all the gear that you need, because I don't know if you need I don't know if you're going to need be besides the video card. I don't know if you're gonna need the microphones and all this other crap. If you tell me that you still want it, I'll give you $200 towards a GoPro so that you can make content.
Oh, that's cool. I'll definitely. What about Chris? Think you could put me in contact with Chris? Because honestly, I figured he just had one laying around somewhere he'd be willing to come off of. You know what I'm saying?
I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you what Chris has. I've never been to his house. I can tell you he probably still has the Christmas tree up because he might love Christmas as much as I do. Actually, I'm only kidding. He doesn't put the Christmas tree up till didn't he say October?
Yeah.
October. Yeah, he does it early. Like I do Thanksgiving time. Like the day after Thanksgiving, I'm fired up.
Yeah, he does it before Halloween, which is like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
Wow.
All right, I'll tell you what. Lone Star, if you're watching, would you be okay if I connected the two of you so that he can tell you like the pros and cons of a GoPro and what all the stuff that you're going to need for it? Because or someone else, I don't know who's got these things.
Matt Brown's got them.
Or Matt Brown. We could set you up with Matt Brown and he could tell you. If Matt gives me the okay in the chat, I will set you up with a conversation with him. And
Lone Star said yes.
Okay, we're gonna set you up with Lone.
Cool.
I'll set you guys up with Lone Star. Rafi, can you send?
Yeah, you got my phone.
Put those two on a chat. That would be great. Thank you, Lone Star. And again, if I appreciate all the support, and if this is gonna help you make better content for your channel and for what you're trying to accomplish, I'd be happy to give you $200 towards the camera.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate that. And, you know, my content's your content. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, what you do behind closed doors is up to you. So that's your content.
Okay.
So
He doesn't have an iPhone. I can't do it from my computer.
So no, Matt Brown doesn't have it. He's
Matt Brown.
Lone Star.
Lunker.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't have an iPhone. I've got an Android.
All right, why?
I don't. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Android. I couldn't tell you why.
All right, that's good enough. Good enough for me. So.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks for letting us call you.
Yeah. Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, bye. All right. We're going to call one other person. I don't know if this is going to work or not. But, you know, we used to, we should call, what's his name? Who used to be on the show? Max. Let's just call Max out of the blue. Or it'd almost be more fun to call his mom.
Oh.
She used to come on the show and do shots with us.
Yeah.
Let's call Max. Hold on. I wonder if he'll answer.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone.
Remember we'd make
please
Max
record your
go through his
message.
mom's
When you
fridge?
have finished recording, you may hang up.
Max, it's Rick. We're calling you live on Monsterbass Live. We were hoping to say hi. I'd like to invite you back for a reunion show and to catch up with what's going on in your life and say hi since it's been a few years. We really hope you're doing well, and we'd love to hear from you. Give me a shout sometime, and we'll talk soon. All right? Take care, man. Let me see if I have Max's mom's phone.
I already responded.
Oh.
So they're already in touch.
All right, T-Rex. I don't have Max's mom's number. But yeah, we could have called Max. But all right, so Max isn't there. let's see. We made one phone call. We gave away a GoPro. We called Max to get an update. He's not there. Let's see. Let me see here. Who else can we call? No, Gramps. Max went to military school. Now, I'm not saying they don't have football in military school, but I'm not quite sure if Max is a football kind of guy. I mean, but then again, a lot changes after you go through puberty and age up. So, I mean, for all I know, the kid's, is it possible he's in college? No, he's got to be in high school now.
How old was he?
So, I don't know.
This was 2020.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah, he was a little dude. Remember, he used to have the strip club lighting around the top of his bedroom.
He was 13.
Oh, my God, that kid was.
He's 17 now.
That was so good. That was so good having Max. We had Max on the show, and he asked Kevin Van Dam questions. That kid must have been so psyched to be on the show talking to Kevin Van Dam. Yeah. Unbelievable. Frank's Fishing, I remember that too. That may be one of the funniest things ever because it was so just like, it was so innocent, but man. Anyway. All right, guys, I think this show has run its course. It was very off the cuff. I thank everyone who is who voted and has given their opinions on whether I should become a dad at 57 or 58. Because obviously I'm not going to do it now, but in the next couple of years. I want to thank Lone Star for suggesting I get my tubes tied. I want to thank everyone that tuned in and gave their feedback and commentary around some of the baits and what you'd like to see. Of course, the off-the-cuff crude names for some of the new baits that are coming now that I've reached the late age of my life and considering the babies. And I also want to thank Texas Huntsman that hopes that my swimmers may find a proper home. So thank you. Gramps, I feel you. It's a struggle. It's a struggle because I love those little kids. I love them so much, but I also love when I get to send them home. I do. My son's mom brings over her child who's 4. She's my goddaughter. I know we have a very modern family, and I love her to death. She's a handful. She's a handful. Only because she's exactly like her mom. Anyway. All right, guys. Chris is in the chat. Got the evening off going fishing. Good for you, Chris. I hope you catch some big fish tonight. So, everyone, thank you guys so much for putting up with me tonight. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be back next week with back at our regularly scheduled time with the team, and we will make sure that we've got a banger of a show for you. Because I'll tell you what, there are those that think that fishing is all about just going and catching 40 fish, and then there are those that go fishing and think that like, well, I'll try new stuff. I don't know what camp you guys fall in, but I'll tell you this: if I had to sit there and throw a drop and hold the drop shot all day long but catch 40 fish, I'd be cool with that the first day. But then I'd probably get bored out of my darn mind. I need to throw a moving bait. So, my promise to you guys is this. We're going to figure out why we've got commercials in the live, because unless we made a lot of money tonight, the commercials won't be back. They won't be back, guys. I promise. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and promise we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, great.